George Gerber, one of the world's most respected researchers on the influence of media, said, "For the first time in human history, most of the stories about people, life, and values are told not by parents, schools, churches, or others in the community who have something to tell, but by a group of distant conglomerates that have something to sell. The stories that most influence our children these days are the stories told by advertisers." Magazines are targeting our youth. We will describe the mechanism by which teen magazines establish a narrow model of beauty and what constitutes female success. We will demonstrate how the magazine's depiction of success is used to deliver teens to the fashion and beauty industry. We challenge the fact that these products, items promoted through magazine ads and editorials, can indeed empower female teens or lead them to success.
Teen magazines create one model of beauty and goodness and then market this idea back to teens to sell their magazines. We define goodness as Berger did, which is how she, the woman, appears to others and ultimately to men. In Teen Vogue, the first image a teen is confronted with is a Gucci ad for his and her perfume called Guilty. Take a moment and look at this image. What do you think it's saying to your average 13-year-old who is reading this magazine? One prevalent form of censorship in the mass media is the almost complete invisibility, the eradication of real women's faces and bodies. In essence, the ad becomes direct mail and the magazine is the envelope. All of these ads promote one ideal of beauty and what it means to be a good woman. They show that a successful woman must exhibit certain characteristics that focus only on her physical appearance.
Does this single model of beauty affect teens' views of what constitutes female success? Most people don't believe that advertisements affect their purchasing behavior. However, this is clearly false, as companies continue to pour billions of dollars annually into advertising these products. Margaret Finders, a researcher on adolescence, states, "Female teens look to magazines for advice as to how to be a woman. They are perceived as telling the truth about how to become and be a woman."
So as you can see, teen magazines perpetuate this single narrative through advertising and editorials. They promote fashion and beauty products as a vehicle for false empowerment and therefore a means to reach the only model of beauty and goodness they have presented to teens. The following ads have seemingly empowering messages. But what are they empowering you to become?
The endless cycle of consumerism. The desire to achieve the one ideal of beauty sparks an endless cycle of consumerism. Teens and their parents spend large amounts of money and time buying these seemingly empowering products in an effort to achieve the contrived ideal. Pia Guerrero points out that the primary message that most ads send girls is that, above all, their most valuable quality is their body and appearance. As a consequence of this, teen girls are continually appraising themselves in the mirror to judge how closely they fit the ideal and what products they will need to get closer to this. As Berger states, a woman must continually watch herself to make this judgment, and she is almost continually accompanied by her own image of herself. Because of this, teenage girls spend over $9 billion on makeup and skin products alone that promise a quick fix for appearance. Alan Kanner, a child psychologist, said, "It's the meta-message that you can solve all of life's problems by purchasing the right products that's having the most profound effect."
Detrimental effects on female teens. According to Susan Bordeaux, the ideal here is a body that is absolutely tight, contained, bolted down. This ideal is unrealistic and impossible to achieve, although teens feel immense pressure to achieve it anyway. The models of beauty and definition of female success in society, established by teen magazines, puts women at war with their own bodies. As Pia Guerrero reports, studies show that mass media consumption is linked to obesity, eating disorders, and poor body image. These trends toward depression and eating disorders might even be considered a public health problem.
How do we correct this? Susan Lin of the American Psychological Association proposes the following steps to combat the ill effects of advertising. Find ways for teens to spend time away from advertising. Talk to them about how and why ads are made, and work to stop ads from entering schools. Also, we must take initiative to seek more than one narrative. Although we could not find alternative, commercially available print magazines at local retailers, we did find quite a few online resources, such as Sadie Magazine, which deliberately positions itself as an alternative to the hair and makeup model of teen magazines. Their mission statement is to strive to empower young girls, not train them to consume.